Hey team, caught me just at the end of my 20-minute cardio blast. And here's how simple it is that what you're gonna do is do about a 5-minute warm-up. That's very important when you're doing this type of intensity training. Then each of your intervals, your sprints, are gonna be 30 seconds. At the end of those 30 seconds, you wanna get to the point where you're pretty much out of breath like I am right now. And then you're gonna give yourself a 90-second recovery. So it's gonna start with a 3-to-1 ratio. Okay, now you don't need to do the math, but just know that's gonna add up to 20.5 minutes. And then I really recommend that you do a cool down of some sort after you do this type of training. Now, one of the questions you'll get is, do I need to be in great shape to do high intensity interval training? My answer is no, because everyone's out of breath is going to be unique to their conditioning. So someone who's in better shape might be using more resistance or going faster. So you have to use your own body awareness and make sure that you can make it to the point at 30 seconds is when you're out of breath. And then at 90 seconds, hopefully you'll be ready to go again. Now, there's a couple of toys that I want to recommend when you're doing high intensity interval training. So now how you can progress this is as you get in better shape, you can up the intensity on your sprints, or you can shorten your recovery time. So take it maybe from 90 seconds to 45, or lengthen your sprint time, or a combination of both. Now, you can use the timer on your piece of cardio equipment, or what I love is the new apps that have a timer for you. My favorite is called the Tabata app. So I'll put in my warm-up of 5 minutes, and then after my 5 minutes is up, it'll sound like this. It tells me to work. Now I don't have to look at the clock. I can focus on being intense. At the end of my sprint, rest. It tells me to rest. Stopping session. So that's kind of cool. Another tool that I really love when doing this type of training is get yourself a heart rate monitor. So the next time you have a birthday, ask someone to get you a heart rate monitor. I still prefer the old school ones with the chest strap because they are so accurate. They're almost as accurate as an EKG. So sometimes when I do interval training, I say I'm going to sprint. On my sprint, I'm going to make sure I get to 150 beats per minute. And then when I recover, I like to see how fast my heart rate comes down. So check with your doctor to see where your heart rate is on that. But those are some tools that will really help you on your interval training. Now let's say you don't have a piece of cardio equipment. Let me show you some other things you can do and also how you can incorporate your total gym in with your interval training. So for the 20-minute cardio blast, you can do anything. You could do jumping jacks in your house. You could do jump rope. Man, will that get your heart rate up fast? You could do this power walking or running, or for instance, I have a Bosu ball here in my house, so I'm going to do a Bosu ball. Now, if you really want to increase your time management, which is one of the reasons I love high intensity interval training, is you can, in your recovery time, you can jump on your total gym. So let's say I'm using my Bosu for that 30 seconds. I get to that point where I'm out of breath. And then for that 90-second recovery, I come over and let's say it's chest, shoulders, triceps day. And I do a chest workout. My timer goes off, or looking at the clock, I go back to my interval, and then I come over and I'm into shoulders. And the next one, I go into a tricep exercise. So one of my favorite benefits, I'm so glad the scientists came up with this, is you're going to save so much time. It's such an efficient workout doing high intensity interval training. So remember, with this type of training, do your cool down. Don't skimp out on your stretches. And one caveat to this type of training is you don't want to do it every single workout. So I would recommend every other workout. So intersperse high intensity interval training with your steady rate cardio. Now lastly, one of my favorite benefits outside of the ones I listed, it is such a mood booster. You can be in the worst mood from work and you go and do your high intensity interval training, and all that serotonin and dopamine and endorphins give you such a good brain rush. I know you'll love it after that. So keep the questions coming, team, and until next time, have a great high intensity interval training cardio workout.